Hey everyone, this is Jordan from Jordan Adami Music, and I'm making this video today to review the Fender Supersonic 22. I wanted to make this video because for some reason there isn't very many demos or reviews online of this amp, and there seems to not be a lot of info in general out there. I played one at Dave's Guitar Shop in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and was blown away by how good this amp sounds. So before buying it, I wanted to get as much information as I could, and I will try to get everything I can into this video. Later on in the video, I'll do a demo as well. This amp has been out since 2006. It's available in either 22 watts or 60 watts as a combo or just a head. There are also a bunch of different cabs that are available, 212 or even 412 cabs. Over the years, they used a few different speakers. The one I played in the store was a 212 cab with eminent speakers, which is what they come with now currently. The combo amp is a 112 that uses the same eminent speaker. The amp sells for $1,000 to around $1,600 depending on where you look and if you want the combo or just the head. The 212 cab that they sell now for it is around $900. I paid $1,000 for my amp head in 2022, but the price seems to fluctuate a little. Availability also seems to be an issue. I know when I got mine, there was an 8-month waiting list for the next amps due to tube shortages. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the features of this amp a little bit now. So the Supersonic 22 is based on the Deluxe Reverb power platform. It's using two 6v6 output tubes. It's using two 12 AT7 and three 12 AX7 preamp tubes. It's got a clean channel, and then it has the burn channel. On the clean channel, it has a normal voicing, which is kind of based on the Deluxe Reverb, and it also has the fat channel, which is kind of supposed to be based on like a tweed amp, I think. It has a built-in spring reverb. It comes in either the black with like the silver face, or it comes in the blonde oxblood. It has an effects loop, and then it has a foot switch that comes with it that allows you to switch between, whether you want your effects on, your reverb. It allows you to switch between the fat channel and the normal channel and the burn channel. So on the front of the amp, for the clean channel, you have just a volume control and treble and bass control. On the burn channel, you have two different gain stages, and then you've got a 3-band EQ, and you have a master volume. Then you also have your control for the reverb. So I bought just the amp head because I already had a 212 cab that I was going to hook into it. So the real reason why I went with this amp and not a Deluxe Reverb is because it has the effects loop, and it has the foot switch that allows you to just turn the effects on and off as you want. You can also set up your lead tone for however you want it, and you can use the foot switch to just switch between the clean channel and the dirty channel. You can get a lot of really cool sounds out of this thing. For me, what sold me was the clean, because I plugged into this thing and I've never heard an amp that sounded so good. I guess that's kind of like the Fender sound, where you've got plenty of bass, but it's also really sparkly and just nice sounding. The dirty channel, I use it just for my lead and stuff like that, but I've seen you can use it as a clean channel too if you turn the gains down low. I just don't use mine like that because I prefer the sound of the vintage channel. So as far as how this thing takes pedals, it sounds really nice. The reverb that's on it sounds pretty good too, but I don't really use it. I have the Strymon Big Sky that I use for all my reverb sounds, so I really don't use the onboard reverb that's on there. But I mean, it sounds okay. Overall, I think this amp is really good for what I do with it. I think if you're playing like metal and stuff like that, you probably want an amp that has more gain from it. I mean, you can get really heavily distorted sounds from this, but it's not really, in my opinion, it's not what this thing does really well. This thing just exceeds with the clean channel. And then you can get some really nice sounding vintage lead tones. Kind of reminds me of like Carlos Santana, kind of like almost bordering on like a fuzz tone. But anyway, I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about some of the reliability concerns with this thing. So it seems like online that when all the reviews that I saw, it was really polarizing. It was either the people really loved it or they really hated it, or they had all kinds of issues with them. And I don't know if they're dealing with some of the older models. Mine, I believe, is a 2021, and I bought it in 2022. I bought it brand new, and I haven't had any issues with it at all. I talked to the amp tech at the store there that has over 40 years of experience, and they've been selling these amps since they came out, and he said over the years he hasn't really seen a lot of them come in for service. That being said, my understanding is that Fender uses some pretty cheap caps in them now, so if you wanted something for longevity, you might want to get the caps replaced. Another thing that I saw online was the reverb. I guess these things have issues with the reverb becoming noisy, whether the knob is turned on or off. And from what I've seen, it looks like the way that they have the reverb routed through the board, it's not shielded very well. And I've seen some people that were modding them and just routing the wires themselves like off the board. I mean, I haven't seen any issues with mine, but in the future I might think about doing that or just getting rid of the reverb altogether, because like I said, I don't use it. So another thing is that these amps are a little bit more expensive to have worked on because there's a lot going on inside there with board level stuff, and there's like 2 circuit boards in there, and it requires a certain level of skill to be able to actually fix the stuff. Under warranty, they're probably, if you have an issue with something on the board, they're just going to recommend just replacing the whole board. I think the amp itself comes with like a 2-year warranty, and then the tubes themselves actually come with a warranty. I think mine, it was like a 6-month warranty, but that's actually through the company that makes the tubes, not Fender. But anyway, I'm going to try to do a demo here. Just keep in mind with this that it's really, I mean, you're not going to be able to get a good idea of what this thing sounds like listening to it on here. It's just, even like I looked through all the demos and nothing compared to what this thing sounded like in person. It just can't replicate the way that this thing is. So for my demo, I'm actually going to play some clips from songs off of my new album called Stratosphere. I also want to recommend another demo by this guy, Buddy Blues. I'll put a link in the description so that you can check out his demo of this amp, because it's awesome. So definitely, if you guys are serious about buying this amp, I would check out the other demo that I mentioned by Buddy Blues. He plays a lot more variety on there, and he's a very skilled guitarist, and it'll give you an idea of what it sounds like with other genres and stuff. If you liked my songs that I played on here, check out some of the other music on my channel. If you liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, all the other things that people say. Thanks for watching.